Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Thank you for joining me. It's been a while since I did a game video for my YouTube channel, and I want to do a video today on this game called Frozen Flame. Now, right now you can get the game for about 25 bucks on Steam, and I've been playing it for a while, and I just want to show you here. It allows you to do a local game if that's what you want to do, so you can play with yourself, and I believe you can also invite friends to connect directly to your computer. I think you can do up to, I think it's 4, or maybe they increased it to 6, but don't I know it's 4 minimum, maybe 6, but you can invite people to that game, so it's whoever's hosting the game or hosting that local game. I believe people can connect to it. I go to the private servers, and right now the game doesn't have any public servers that the actual game developer has released. Those are coming in a couple months, I believe. They have a roadmap of what they want to accomplish in the next few months, and in those next few months they're going to be introducing their own PvP public servers that will hold about 50 people. I believe that's the starting player count is 50, and that's coming down the line. Right now the only way to play the game with a larger group of friends is to get a server. You can rent a server and then open it up to people, or you can find a server that someone has already done that, and that's what I've done here. The server I've been playing on is this one called House of Flames Black versus Greens RP PvP server, and right now the server can hold 24 people, and that's at one time. So I mean, I believe 50 people can get on the server, but only 24 can be on. I mean, I think it's unlimited how many people can join the server, but only 24 people can be on at the same time. So let's go into the game, and you're going to find that a lot of things are kind of basic right now with the game, and I think what it is this is really early access, really early access. If you just want to play the game and understand its mechanics and understand how the game plays, I definitely suggest getting the game, and then you can do that. So the game allows you to build stuff. So here I am. I'm in the world here, and I'm just going to go and show you. These are buildings that I built, and for the server population to grow, I made this building so when people first enter the world, they will come up to this building and they'll be able to see that we have our Discord channel, and we give some free items to people. So I built this structure so that it would welcome people. These buildings weren't here when the server starts up. It's basically the world it's the one world. And let me just hit the M button here. So you'll see that it's one major starting island. That's what this is. And then there's other islands that you can go to that you fly to as a bird. So you're going to do a quest that allows you to transfer into a bird. And that allows you to fly to these islands. So I also built this little armory type of building so that people who join the server have quick access to the crafting tables so they can get started. Like I said, when the server first pops up, these buildings didn't exist. You know, it was basically the game allows you to build within the environment. So I built this wall here just to give it kind of flavor to the starting area. So everything you see up there, I built it. Actually the stone wall is part of the world. I just built around it. The game is smooth. I don't get much lag on this server. And what I've done here is, here at the top, I've put this tent. In the game, you can get, there's vendors in the game. And you get these runes. As you explore the world, you'll get these, you'll see these little pillar glowy runes. When you interact with it, it gives you a rune token. There's only so many of those runes that you can click on. So there's only so many tokens you can get. But there's a multitude of vendors who will sell you schematics for those tokens. So the game is designed right now is you can't get all the schematics because you won't have enough tokens. So what you got to do is choose the schematics that you want, and then friend somebody or have somebody that you're playing with that will get the other schematics, so that they can make the item. So for example, I'm a builder in this game, so I spent my tokens on schematics for housing, like torches and tents and stuff like that, where my friend got the barriers, these spike barriers, because couldn't afford them. He could, but he only could create them. It's not like you can share the schematic with people. You learn it, and then you can make the item, and then you can give it or help somebody build it. So like for example, I can make the torches, and I can put those torches in a box, and then somebody can take them, or I can drop the torches right on the ground. The torches I'm talking about are these here. These torches here, and you feed them with branches, and I don't think I've got any. It might be. Oh yeah, we got some branches in here. So I basically just go up to the torch and hit the E command, and then you fill the torch, and you can fill it up to, I believe, 3 hours, or maybe these are just 2 hours, 3 hours, because you can see at the very top it says torch, and it's got this yellow box. It says 3 hours. So that's now been fed for 3 hours. So that will burn. Here's another one. So these torches are something that you won't have when you first start the game. You'll have to get those runes that I was talking about to have that schematic, so that you can make that. And people just come to me and ask me to make them a few. They're not that expensive to make. These signs are another thing that I spent my runes on. These are another schematic that you get. You don't get it when you first enter the game. You buy it from a vendor, and it allows you just to put a few words on each sign. And it's very helpful, because like in this case, I've got PvP free zone, no base attacking on server. This server that I'm playing on, there's no base attacking, because there's a few mechanics that are really, I wouldn't say broken, but don't work as well. So the PvP does exist on the server, and I'm going to show you an arena that I made so that we can do arena battles. But the rule on this server is, if you're on the outer islands outside the starter island, then it's PvP. It's a free-for-all. You can fight and whatnot. The game doesn't have full loot drops, and the game only rewards you by killing somebody. You get experience for that. So I think you get when they die, their experience drops. You can pick it up, and you get experience for killing them. So you're not going to get drops other than that at this time. It might change in the future where you'll drop gear, or you get a possibility to drop gear. But right now, this is very vanilla, very campaign vanilla mode. We tell people they can PvP on the server at those islands, but it's really. What's only released in the game right now is campaign mode. So you do a quest line. So you do a bunch of quests to get a bunch of things to really understand the game. So I think what they did was they created this game so that you just could understand. This created the opportunity to join the game now, the early access. So basically you could learn the game. Because by the time you get done doing the last boss, you pretty much have done, like in any game, they show you how to do things. That's basically what this is about. So I've done everything. I've done 99% of the quests, I think, on this server. So let me, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to show you a few things for this video so that you can understand that this game allows really some good building. They do need to add a few, I'm getting some stutter stepping here. They do need to add a few items into the building manager. I probably could contact them and tell them what I'm thinking that they should add. But it's the building. They got some stuff that you can do, but it's really limited. It's. So here we are. We're at a what they call a transporter, and from here I can transport to any other transporter that I have unlocked. In the beginning of the game, you will only have this transporter, so you'll have to run down here. Now this transporter here is one that I created. So you can create your own transporter within the game and put it down. So we're going to go to that transporter, and it doesn't cost you anything to transport in this game. And we come into this building that I built, and you can build doors and whatnot. Now these are the people that have access to this building. That's what I put here. These individuals all have access to. They have access to any building that I've created, because in this game, when you friend somebody, they have access to your stuff, and you can manage chests. And I'll tell you how to do that in a sec. But the buildings itself, if somebody's on your friends list, they have access to your building. So those people are on my friends list. So if I hit tab and go to friends, those are the people in my friends list. All right. So, you build the doors. So this base, we created this base for the guild. So the guild had a place to go to craft things. And what I did is I created all these boxes and labeled the boxes. It looks like somebody took my signs from the back. Yeah, it looks like somebody borrowed my signs. I did have signs behind these boxes, but I think somebody said, I need a sign, which is not a problem, because again, my schematic allows me to build those signs, and that person probably doesn't have a schematic, and he came in here and he said, well, Tarkis will notice those signs are missing, and he'll just create some more. And so we've got all the crafting stations that the game allows. We have a cooking area. In this area, we sort the meats and the cooked meats, and we can cook on these fires. How the game works, and let me see if I got a log. Okay, I do have a log. So you feed the fireplaces with the logs. So you can feed the fireplace up to five logs, and it gives it 2 hours. So basically, you just feed them. You get 2 hours of burn time, and then you can just come and, so let's say it burns for a half hour. You can just come back and add more logs to it to get it back up. And then how the cooking works in this game, you take some raw meat. I got some raw meat here. You go up to the cooking thing. You put the two, what's nice is you can combine whatever you want to get recipes, and then those recipes unlock, and then they go into your cookbook. So what this is telling me is what I have in my inventory would allow me to make this. If I had other things that allowed me to make this, it would be available. But these are in red because I don't have the ingredients. So what happens is in this game, you have to cook it individually. That's why you have to have multiple fires if you want to be efficient in cooking in this game. So yeah, they're cooking now. The fire will hurt you. So if I run into that fire, I'll take damage. I'm on fire. So you don't want to run in the fire in this game. So then you just go to the cook pot, and when they're done cooking, you just take them. This will change to take, and then you take them and put them in your inventory. And then you bring them down to your hot bar. As you can see, I've got it in the 8 key. And then if I hit that key, I eat the food. And in this game, that's like healing yourself. As you battle, you eat food. And there's healing potions that you can get in the game, but the food is just quick and easy. You cook it up, and it gives you a little buff on the side there. If you hit the tab command, it brings you to your player stats, and here it says you a full and energy. It just tells you what your buffs are for eating. So let's go to the arena that I made. So I'm going to teleport again to a teleporter that I created. So it's basically allowing me to teleport. Now this teleport here that we're going to, I put the permissions. And what's nice about items in this game, if you hit the R, it allows you to change permissions to an item. So that you like your boxes, like these boxes here. I own this box here. And if I hit the R command, I've got it to friends only. Now I can change it to all. That means anyone on the world can now have access to that box. Let me see if anybody left me anything. No, people have been donating logs. So what I had to do is, because the game changed a feature, or I guess it was a bug before where you could put a teleporter anywhere in the world, they changed it now that you only can put the teleporters outside world barrier, island barriers. And that's where we are right now. You see that, if we look in this direction, well, you can see the barrier. I'm walking through it, see? So I had to put the teleporter outside the barrier because the game changed. So that's why we're way down here with the teleporter. And I built all this staircase here to get to where I wanted to go because I knew where I wanted to build the arena. And let me get up here. So I had to build all this staircase, and we're getting a little lag. I found that when you build a lot of stuff in this game, or you're close to a lot of stuff that you build, you get a little bit of stutter stepping. And if I hit F5, it tells you what my ping is. My ping is 72 right now. My normal ping on this server is around 50. So we're just going to get up the stairs here. I had to build all this. Again, I built it all. I had to go cut trees down. Okay, so here we are. So the arena, this is the arena I built. I put these signs up here, PvP arena, and then you go into the arena. And what I did is I created, these two individuals here currently. They've been helping me. They helped me get the logs. They helped me get the planks that I needed. They were really helpful in doing that. So I put some crafting tables up here. And this is really just the arena I made so that people can PvP here. And the reason why I kind of had to do it here was if I built a building with PvP aspects, every time somebody attacked each other, they would hurt the floor. See, in this game, you can destroy anything. So if I hit this with my hand, boom, I just did 9 points to that. And if I sat here for whatever time, I could destroy this structure. So that's the game's designed to be that way. So if people are PvPing within a structure, they're going to do damage to it. So I came up here, and if we hit the M command here, you'll see that I'm on this flat plateau, which made it perfect for us to build the PvP arena. And again, this is the place that I ported to get here. Now, again, when you play the game, you're going to unlock bird form. And what they did was with the game is that they once allowed you to basically fly anywhere you wanted. And I guess that was a glitch. So what they did is they fixed the glitch. So now when you are flying, if you're within a barrier, that barrier I talked about is around this entire island. So if you're within the barrier, I'm going to show you what happens. So I'm going to just jump off here and go into bird form. So watch this. Lightning hits you. You don't take damage, but it sucks away all your stamina, and you need stamina to fly. So they're trying to limit your ability to fly around the starter area by putting that barrier effect in that zaps your bird, and then you lose your stamina. But what's great about it is you can just glide. See, I'm just gliding. So I'm just gliding down the world. Now I'm going to go over here to another structure I built. What I try to do, because it's a role play server, so what I took advantage of trying to make role play aspects to the server. So we're just going to fly down here. And I'll do some other videos in the future about combat and whatnot. But I wanted to just show you that what the game has to offer for buildings and whatnot. So here I called it the Sky House. So I built all this you see here. I couldn't connect that because remember I told you about those pillars you need to get the runes that allow you to buy schematics? That's one of them right there. So if you click on that pillar, it doesn't light anymore for me because I already got the rune. So if you click on that, you get a rune. And then you use those runes to buy schematics. So I couldn't place a board there because it was within that. That's why that's not connected. So then I just built here little, basically just a multi-level, allows you to come up here, look around. So everything you see here, I built it. And all of the materials to build, and in here I put a couple crafting tables. So we're at the very top of that windmill is where we're at right now. So let's just take off here again. And I'm gonna go straight up to get as much air as I can before my stamina goes away. So that gives me a little bit of you know, a little bit. You get higher and then you can just glide down. So that's somebody's house right there that we're flying over. Somebody else built a house. And then you got to kill mobs in this game. So I use a fire staff. So the mobs spawn, you know, during these, and I'm gonna make this look silly, because I'm pretty high level, 23. I've got a few abilities, but if you kill these guys for the first time, you get access to the chest. This is a loot from the guy that I just killed. Some gold. Okay, so that chest would allow me to loot it if it was my first time here. So we'll run into the edge of the map here so I can show you again these barriers. These are the barriers that I'm talking about. See, I'll walk through it. So on this side, oh, I'm not encumbered, am I? No. There we go. Yeah, you can't fly when you're encumbered unless you take the ability. See outside the barrier, I can fly not indefinitely, but I'm losing stamina very slowly. So I can fly, but as soon as I get within that barrier, ooh, Tarkis goes down. Face plant. All right, so I built this little guy here. I call him the stick monster. Just a little art, some flavor to the server. The game allows you to mine nodes. Now your equipment takes damage as you use it, and there's different tiers of equipment. So you're gonna start off with like your little stone crap, you know, it's not real good equipment, but you start it off. It's a survival game. You just hit it with your weapon, and here I just want the flint. That's, you know, stones everywhere. So I'm just looking to get the flint to make stuff. Here we go. So we just get the flint, and I'll be able to make stuff with that. There's a few things that you can make with, you know, you need flint for. So here we go. You know, if I pull my axe out, this is how I built all the structures. You got to chop the tree, and then you pick up the items that drop. You chop the tree, and the trees respawn in this game. So you know they'll come back. There's plenty of trees. And then what allows you to do is you have the trees in your inventory. You got some, you know, some branches. That's the flint I just picked up. And then you can get, you can pick apples. So here I just picked the apples there. And then you take the apples and put them in the cook pot. And then you cook, you know. Here's one of, just so I wanted to show you real quick what I was talking about, the schematics and the vendors. So this is one, you hit the E command, you hold it down. And here, these are schematics that I don't have, but it requires 3 rune stones for each schematic. But I spent all mine. That's why I can't buy these. So my friend bought these, and he's able to make those items. There's a dungeon down here. I think this is the first dungeon in the game. It's not really that complex. There's a boss down there you need to kill. There's an NPC up here that will give you a quest. So just talk to the NPC before you go in there for the first time. He's right here. So he'll give you a quest, and then you go in and do the little dungeon. It's not that complex. What's nice about the game is you can drop workbenches anywhere you want as long as you put them on a platform. Now let me hit the Q command. I'm going to show you here that you can build stick structures, and then you can build full out lumber structures. And then in the game, not yet released, you'll be able to build stone structures. So I'm just going to build, because I have the components, I'm going to build a foundation, a straw, because I just got those branches off the tree. So that's how easy it is. Boom. And then I can just put a wall on it. Put a wall on it. Put a wall on it. All right. So then, if I take my thing here, I'm just going to show you the damage schematic. See, I mean, so basically, if you keep in mind if this was an enemy base, I would be able to attack it. Now, the stick structures, you know, they don't have that many hit points. They really don't. I mean, this is going to take a little bit to get through, but it's going to allow me to There we go. And then you get the sticks back. So you know, right now the server doesn't allow for base attacking. Well, obviously I can attack my own stuff, but not not someone else's base. But I just want to show you how easy that was. So what else did I? Oh, I also built a maze on this server. That's up in the. Let me see if I can get the bird to pop here. I don't always like how the bird takes a second to. This was a quest that you need to do. So the first zone, you got to collect these masks. You put the masks on these pillars. You need 4 of them. Then you can go through this portal, and then you go fight a boss. This gentleman down here on the rock here, he gives you the first mask. He gives you the first one for free. Then you got to go look for the other 3. They're not really hard to find. So I'm going to hit the M command, and there's a porter right next to me. So here we go. We're going to go up to the transporter. Yeah, the thing is they've made it so difficult to fly anywhere on these, on these. Before I'd be able to just fly up here. So I think they did it so they wanted more people just to slow down and look around, whatever. So here, this is a teleporter. Here, that's you got to unlock. Like I said, you won't have access to all these teleporters. You have to unlock them as you go. Yeah, every time you render into a new section, and if people have built stuff, like I have here, I built this wall here, just to give, again, roleplay flavor to the server. So I built this wall here. And then I built this maze, this entire structure, which is a maze. So some guys have gone through it in less than 10 minutes. You go in here, and the doors allow you to give access. So if I hit the R command, I gave access to all. Now I could go owner only, that would be me, or people that are my friends. So you have to be really careful who you invite, because if you've got items that are friends only, then they're going to have access. So you want to invite people in as a friend only if you trust them. They made this little lake house, and just to give, again, some roleplay flavor to the game. And again, I had to collect all the resources to build these things. And the game provides you the access to those resources. Now, there's some items in the game, or there's some items that are not in the game yet. And we're just waiting for those things. This game has quite a bit of potential. And it's smooth when it wants to be. Sometimes, again, I'll get some lagginess. But overall, it's pretty smooth. This stuff here, you harvest it. And again, anything you harvest in this game, it will come back, and it will come back in the same spot. It doesn't like randomly spawn. They didn't do that. So basically, if I sat here long enough, those would spawn right back in the same spot. So I'm just going into this direction just to get to the edge of the map. And you run in this game by the shift command. So you hold down, you click shift once. So there's the barrier. So now I can go up here. And I wanted to do this so I could show you that somebody else also dropped a teleporter right here. So you don't need to put them on a structure. So I don't have access to this teleporter because I'm not friends with the person. And they probably put it to private. So they wanted to be able to teleport here. And so that's what they built that. So then I'm going to go straight up. I'm outside the barrier. And this is my secret to flying, is I just go straight up. I push the W key and I look straight up. And what this does is I do it all the way until I get all my stamina gone. And then once my stamina's gone, then I level out. And look how high I am. So this way I can go anywhere on this map I want now, because I can just glide down. The game doesn't drop you dead when you run out of stamina. You just glide down. So so basically, that allowed me to get really high. But so what I end up doing is running to the edge of the map, get as high as I can get, and I do this to get around. It's just a workaround from them taking away. So the reason why that teleporter is there that we just looked at is so those people can get to their base, which you can see up at the top of that cliff. So if I had flown over right as I got to the peak of my arc, I would have been able to fly over to that guy's base. But that's why that person put a teleporter there, was so that they could get to their base. And it looks like somebody's got a base down there, it looks like. Yeah, that's a new base. No, actually, I'm sorry. That's my base. That's my guild base. I was like, what is that? So you can take fall damage. Look how much damage I took from falling. So you'd want to watch out. So yeah, we're back at my base, man. Man, it's been a long day. So what's nice is from here, I can come off this cliff. The lightning's going to hit me because I'm within the barrier. And then I can fly down to the starter zone, which is nice. See this? So when people join the server, I can come and welcome them or hang out with them. And this is the area in which we started. So it's a building game. Its current campaign mode allows you to do quests like other games. There are unique tokens that you can get to buy schematics. It's a group effort kind of game. It's really basic right now. So you don't think you're going to, I'm looking at probably March. If you look at their roadmap that they've shared, you're looking at about March before the public PvP servers are going to be available. And that's not going to be campaign mode. So what's nice about it is when someone disconnects, it tells you how many people are left online. When people connect, it tells you how many people are online. So right now we have 3 people on the server kind of just doing their own thing. And we're trying to get more people on this server. And that would be nice. If you see this video and you want to join a server, we're looking for more people. What we're hoping to do, what we're doing with this server is when we get enough people, we're going to make 2 teams, black team, green team. And then we're just going to kind of do a PvP events on the outer islands or whatever. I mean, and that's what the hope is right now. Now, when the game goes public and goes to PvP servers, that's not going to be campaign mode. I believe they're talking it's going to be an entirely different map. So that will be neat. And I know they're introducing other maps before that. And they've been fixing a few things, and which is nice. It's not like they're not trying to be timely with it. They've had a couple patches with the game since it's been out. Well, I just wanted to introduce you to the game. I've been enjoying it. I think the social aspect is there. I get on Discord. I can talk to people. We can do a group effort in building things like the arena. I would never be able to build that timely if I didn't have people shelling me the boards and the logs that I needed. Well, I want to thank you for joining me.